on Central, we're looking at Project Spark, an Xbox One and Windows 8 game. Can you tell us about what you're doing?
Yes, right now I'm sculpting an environment using these really simple brushes that let me push and pull the terrain. I can also use terrain brushes that let me punch holes through the terrain as well. So right now I'm going to make a hole, make a tunnel, kind of make like a little bridge or something. And I'm going to go ahead and paint, add some context to this world with color. With any of these materials, it's really smart about the environment. If I pass over the floor, it gives me grass. If I pass over the walls, it gives me a cliff. As I pass over this bridge, it starts to fill it in with some ivy textures, some hanging moss and stuff. And I can expand this brush out and just kind of paint this whole world really quickly. I can mix terrain, or mix paint stuff, and kind of blend in some path. But I can also quickly just add in some objects to make the scene feel really good. So I can add in like a tree, scale it up, add in some leaves, maybe a rock. But that's like the kind of like piece by piece way of doing it. I can also just go into the terrain brush, or the nature brush here, and pick the kind of environment I want. And depending on the environment and my brush size, as I paint, it'll start to leave in objects that make sense for the scene. So paint here, get some like wet dirt, make my brush a little bigger, get different things. And I can also just make it like really huge, just crank it up, and make a quick backdrop.
Here's a good example of like all the lighting in Project Spark is dynamic. You have control over that as well.
Now I can kind of finish it up, put the finishing touches on here, maybe a house.
You have control over that as well.
Make a village, my character, bridge to get across, and I can jump right in and play.
Again, this is a great example of a polished experience.
Just like that, I've made a playable environment that's inspiring, and I can run around and jump, attack, shoot fireball. I've already got a completely playable world. I can go in here and edit anything about this. I can change the behaviors of my character, add behaviors to objects in the world, anything from like from a bird to a rock. I can change the behavior and make them do whatever I want. Now going to Crossroads. What Crossroads is a quick and easy way for people to make games who don't think that they can make games. It's a way for you to answer really simple questions that anyone can answer, and Project Spark will generate a game for you. It will generate a world and a game. So as you can see right now, I'm making simple decisions about a story setting, and it'll sculpt out the world for me. I don't have to go in hand by hand and make each like candy. I can just choose candy. It'll texture it for me, and it'll set the time of day for me. It'll do everything I want to tell the story that I want to tell, and it'll generate a world for me. So this is a really good starting point for people who don't think that they can create. We think that everyone can create. Everyone has an imagination at their core. We're trying to enable their imagination in any way possible. So to place this house, this is where my hero will live, anywhere in the world. No matter where I place it, it'll make sure that works. It'll make sure it's a traversable environment. And I can choose who my hero is, what kind of abilities he has, what kind of a style of gameplay he has. What's his objective? What kind of genre of game will this be? And as I make these decisions, the game will let me play as soon as possible. It also helps me see what this game is like, inform my decisions, so that as I make more decisions, I'll get closer to a game that I really like, and really enjoy, and will want to share or create more from. Everything you see here is made in the same tools that we just showed you. It goes from everything from cutscenes to camera work to the character behaviors. Now I can choose where my journey ends, where I place it again, it'll make it work. And now I can draw a path out to see my hero. And also wherever I draw this path, it'll drop encounters, side quests, enemies, and points. It'll make it traversable, it'll knock things out of the way, punch holes through terrain. Anything it has to do to get to my character. And once I'm there, it'll have a big path that I can practice play. One of our developers is really excited about a game he was playing, JRPG, and he wanted to see if he could create it. So this is where he got. So everything in this level, as you see here, was built in the same tools that we showed you earlier. All the camera work, all the logic, all the effects, everything in it was built with all the tools that everyone will have available.
We're really making this experience kind of hopefully a flawless experience where you don't lock yourself in this really friendly way to get it done.
So you can see how you use a lot of the objects here in a really creative way to make the environment that you want.
This is about the content that may be coming. This is your objective. So the combination of heroes and objectives will really change the gameplay experience that you have. So every hero that you have will have different types guitar, head in the train, hat in, ready to go. And let gameplay along the way. So enemies, encounters, objectives, you have those things.
You can't hear it right now, but basically each key has their own sound to it, and it's mapped very similarly to an actual keyboard, so you can basically play a song. In addition to that, you can actually turn on. In addition to that, you can actually turn on like a beat, so it has like a track behind it, and you can kind of like dance on that.
Can you show us the behind-the-scenes part of this?
Yeah. So we can jump into edit mode for any level that we play in the community. We can see how the creator made it.
So like all good games, there are side quests that come up and you may not know what they're about. So in Project Spark, we don't want you to have lose out on that experience. You know you are actually creating this.
See the logic behind every object in the quest. You can kind of take the pieces out and see what it looks like, how you built this.
And again,
arrow.
These options will change as more DLC comes out, more people that you know make experiences that you want to bring. They're also
Basically just jamming stuff together and make whatever he wants.
How about the behavior on a key real quick?
Sure. So those are actually here.
and it'll bring up the level that you made, and it'll bring you back into bring you back to that mode that we saw earlier. You can alter the landscape.
Yeah, so he's got some logic in here basically set up to change
There's an interaction that you really think is
some logic flowing between itself. So say like it'll power on when someone touches it, and when it gets powered on, it'll turn the light on, and it'll play a sound. So basically whatever is touching it is turning its power on.
Development team may take on.
You can kind of read through all this stuff and figure it out.
You can always open it up and look at it and learn.
There's a lot going on here, so we'll probably take a little long for an interview. Just of it is that you can kind of piece it apart one by one and figure out how to do it. Or you can just steal a piano and do it all your own, or just put it in your own level. So.